Hello friends, welcome to dptutorials. Please subscribe to dptutorials and click on the bell icon for notifications. In this tutorial, let us learn all about user-defined fields in Primavera P6. The use of different fields enables you to customize fields and values, and you can add them to the project database. In this tutorial, let us see in detail how to configure user-defined fields to meet your project needs, and let us see how to create in Primavera P6. As defined, these user-defined fields enable you to add an unlimited number of custom fields and values to the project database. You can customize an unlimited number of UDFs in any of the points of your areas like activities, activity steps, activity resource assignments, resources, projects, WBS, expenses, issues raised, and project documents, etc. The major data types of these user-defined fields are like text, dates, number formats, cost, indicators, and even integers. And let us see how to define them. You need to go to the menu bar and click on this Enterprise and scroll down and click on the user defined fields, and you will be getting to read subtitle and data type in the two columns. You can click on Add button. You can mention your user defined field and you can name them as, if it is date, say dp end date, and select the data type as finish date format. It is done now. Now you close this dialog box. So this is how you create an user defined field. Now let's work with this established user defined fields. You can create columns in this table here. Right click to select columns and search for the newly created user defined field, that is dp end date, which you can see in the left side under user defined fields like this. Bring it to the right side selected options box, click on apply and click OK. Now you can see the user defined field in the last column like this. So if you want, you can mention the custom dates as per your requirement in this column. This is how you can display the user-defined fields in the columns in the activity table. Similarly, you can add user-defined fields in the activity steps, resource assignments, projects, resources, WBS, project expenses, wherever you want. In this view window, you can right click and select the columns. You can add the user defined fields as per your requirement. You can group and sort this based on user defined fields. Click on this view tab, go to the group and sort, and here you can select the dp end date to group and sort. Okay, I'm cancelling it for now. Likewise, you can also create the filters based on UDFs. You need to again go to View tab and click on Filters. Here you can click on Add button to create a new filter. Here under Parameter, you can select the user defined field that was created and set the rule to create a filter and click on Save. Let's skip this now. Go to Tools tab and click on Reports and go to Reports. Click on Add to add a new report. Click Next. Select the activities as subject area and click Next. Here you can select additional subject areas to move them to the right side. Click Next if you are OK. Click on Customize to select the columns to be shown. See, I am adding some columns like this, and you can run the reports accordingly like this. Next, let us go to the activities window again You can also customize these bars in the Gantt chart. Right-click in the Gantt chart and select Bars. Click on Add to set up a new bar. Mention the name as DP. Under timescale, select User Dates. You can notice that the user end date has been picked as DP end date, as we have only one user defined date as of now. Or else you can select other date as well by selecting through the drop down menu. Tick the display checkbox, and if you click OK, you can view the same in the Gantt chart. Now let's see the most important type of user defined field, that is indicators. Rest all are same except this data user defined field, indicators. Indicators are special type of user defined field that enable you to select color coded icons as values displayed in the columns. You can group and sort and run the reports, and this can be used to highlight activities, activity steps, resource assignments, projects, WBS, expenses, issues, risks, etc. How to define them? Go to this enterprise menu, click on user defined fields, and let's see the user defined field that I have already created, that is DP priority, whose data type is indicator. You can assign indicator values also. Let us add a column with DP priority UDF. Click Apply and click on OK. From this, you can assign the indicators to each and every activity from this year. For suppose for this activity, you can click and select from this drop-down menu. These four colors, red, yellow, green and blue. You can define this as per your convenience. For example, you can define this as per your requirement. For example, red I will be defining as high priority activities that have not started, and yellow as high priority activities that have recently started. Green can be priority and completed activities, and blue can be of low priority activities that have started. You can always define your legend, and you can mention the criticality of the activity based on these indicators to all the stakeholders while publishing the schedule. So for example, let's say here I will be filtering the completed activities and click OK. So there are two completed activities, out of which I will be selecting this as high priority, and I can mention this as green. Similarly, let's filter out not started activities, and again for this complete garage 1, I will select the indicator as yellow. Select all the WBS activities and fill down with yellow indicator like this. So you can as well do the grouping and sorting by based on these indicators, which is nothing but a user defined field. So indicator user defined field is functionally the same as other types of UDFs, but this will be shown in the color coded icons. When you run the reports, these icons will not be visible at the same mode, but they will be displayed as text formats like green, yellow, red and blue. So this is how we play with user defined fields in Primavera. I hope you understood this video tutorial. In the next tutorial, we will be seeing all about calendars. If you have enjoyed this tutorial, please do subscribe for more upcoming videos. Thank you. Thanks for watching.